At the beginning of what was used to be called the New World, which is America, this land was taken from my Indian ancestors. You know the history of America, and a whole lot of us have, through time, found out that America is in fact a corporation. It's a industrial, you might as well say, country. It's industrial. So the most important thing that keeps America going is the economy. It's the economy. If the economy is broken, and if there's an increase in inflation, it only means that the government that is governing all of these things have failed. They have failed the machine, and the machine is broken. And therefore, the machine is crippled, and it can't function, and therefore produce what it needs in order to keep it productively intact. And this is what's going on today. This is what's going on today. But what I've noticed, and I'm pretty certain that a whole lot of you have noticed, is the blind hate that is going on in the country for Mr. Donald Trump. Now, people may say, well, here's another Trump supporter. I don't support politics, but I live in this thing called America, this corporation called America. I don't usually get into the political arena because I consider myself a spiritual man. However, I'm here and I'm living in this. And so I do have some things that I would like to address according to a whole lot of the madness and the foolery that I've been witnessing for, you might as well say, this past 3 months. What I've noticed with this woman, Kamala, running for president after Joe Biden was taken out of the race by his own team, and this woman was pushed into the position. What I've noticed is how quickly the general public jumped behind this woman without knowing anything about her. And they're supporting the vice president of a administration that has already failed. And then you have people who are so full of hatred for Donald Trump, did a significantly better job with the economy than this current administration, that this hatred towards him has so blinded them that they are willing to get behind this woman who is a part of the same administration that has failed us all, simply because they personally don't like Donald Trump. And this whole thing of Kamala being the first black woman president, and we all know that she's not black, and I'm not going to address that, but I'm just going to address the foolery of it. The foolery of it is simply because she's the first black woman president, that doesn't qualify her to run this country. And so what you're dealing with is feminism and racism and hatred for Donald Trump, when the primary concern should be to fix the economy so that the country can get back on its feet and function effectively. That's the issue. The issue is not the first black woman president. The issue is not how much you dislike or hate Donald Trump. The issue is fix the economy so that the country can get back on its feet and so that people can move around with a lot more confidence and self-respect, because it's gotten to the point to where people are not feeling confident anymore. People are starting to walk around, they're starting to feel hopeless. The homeless epidemic is increasing, especially out here in Las Vegas. It is getting outrageous out here, the homeless epidemic. And if there's homelessness, there's going to be more drug use, and it's gotten way out of control. Simply because America, which is a corporation, is broken. And if the economy is broken, then it's going to affect everything. It's going to affect the people and all of that. But what I don't understand, and I've never seen so much stupidity in this country to where a lot of people are willing to willingly suffer simply because they don't like Donald Trump. My thing is, put whoever is going to fix this mess in office. It's not about who you like. It's not about who's male or female or who's black or white. It is about fixing the economy. That's all that matters. But the hatred that people are feeling by way of all of the media propaganda for Donald Trump has totally blinded people of common intelligence. Where is the intelligence? It's like, I hate Donald Trump. He's racist. He's fake. He's all of these things. I could care less if he's racist. I could care less if he's fake. I could care less if he's trying to avoid jail time. Is all of that important? What is more important than resolving this economic problem that we have in this country? What's more important than that? You have a woman who can't even effectively express herself. She can't answer any questions. And then what comes out of her mouth doesn't make any sense. And this is who you want to put in office. Oh, she's going to fix the economy. She comes from the same administration that has destroyed the economy. And then when you ask her, what are you going to do to fix the economy? Oh, I have some plans. I have some plans. And as Trump said, well, why don't you fix it now? And then there's an assertion of her saying that if you go ahead and vote her in, put her in office, then she'll start executing her resolve for the economy. That's equivalent to holding a piece of meat over a starving dog and tell the dog, if you bark and if you sit and roll over, I'll give you this meat. I'm not looking at the camera because what I would like to do is to share a chat that I have with a very good friend of mine. He goes by the name of Michael Madison. I've been knowing Michael Madison for years. I've been knowing him for years, and I caught up with him on Facebook because of his post. I call him like a black historian, and so him and I got into a chat. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this chat to you. And it deals with the current situation in the country. I wrote on a picture. I created a picture, and it says it's a picture of the earth, and one side of it is burning, And it says, we are living in a world of where the pure hatred of a single human being has caused the common intellectual to totally discard logic. It goes on to say, there are dark times coming forth, and the willing neglect of logic will be the cause of such a time proceeding. Nothing more self-destructive than a sense of blind hatred. Brother Michael Madison says, sounds like Trump to me. And I responded, it is. I'm going to go over this chat. And shout out to Michael Madison, by the way. I've always enjoyed our collaborations, bro. I just wanted to just let you know. I go on to tell Michael Madison, I've never seen so many stupid people in my life. They would rather continue to have a broken economy by placing the same idiot from the current administration that caused the condition than to place someone who produced a better condition than it is this day, simply because they don't like him. And I said, morons. I could care less if the man is racist, offensive, or whatever. Fix the damn economy. First black woman president, who gives a damn? Hating Trump, who gives a damn how you feel? Fix the economy. Absolute morons. He responds on point. I go on to say, I would use the common platitude, just imagine, but we don't have to. This is reality this day. But look right at this. We have a people complaining about a destroyed economic system by way of the current administration. Voting in the vice president of the current administration, thinking that the same administration that created the mess is going to resolve the problem of the same system that was destroyed. It doesn't make sense. All of which is because they don't personally like the person rerunning for the same office who did a better job than the current administration on some so-called first black woman president bullshit. The same morons that accuse him of being racist are in fact racist and feminists themselves. I don't like him. And so I'm just going to sit here and suffer in this economy, an economy that him, who I hate, would rather see dead. Will not have to suffer who will not have to suffer inside of this same economy, pretty much. I'm saying. Because he's a billionaire, so he's not going to suffer. He's trying to fix the economy. You know, and a lot of people think that when he says this, I'm not reading from this, but when a lot of people say, he says, let's make America great again. He's talking about the economic system. He's not talking about going back to the way that it was in the 60s when black people were getting killed and lynched and all of that. And I feel as though his historical account of the hip-hop community, as many as rappers and singers have taken pictures with Donald Trump. I don't see how people can think that he's talking about going back in the past to the times of where black people were being killed and lynched. That doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm gonna go on and read from this, because the reason why I haven't been on making videos is because I've been suffering from a whole lot of chronic fatigue. And so I'm just getting back into the swing of things, but I'll be back the way that I need to be. I will say like in a couple of days or so. So I'm going to go back to reading this. It says, the same morons that accuse him of being racist are in fact racist and feminists themselves. I don't like him. And so I'm just going to sit here and suffer in this economy, an economy that him who I hate would rather and would rather see dead would not have to suffer inside because he is in fact a billionaire. This bitch can't even, I'm talking about Kamala, this bitch can't even answer a simple question directly or form a complete sentence without sounding as an idiot. And she is going to run the country. If this happens, then America deserves to go down. And then I wrote down a scripture in the Bible from the book of Hosea, which is the 4th chapter and the 6th verse. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. Brother Michael, he responds, you can't simplify that any better than that. Him being in office is a personal matter for him. He's just trying to stay out of jail. I'm sure he wants the power also, but he's a terrible leader as well as a human being. Some say he's real and speaks his mind, of course. He speaks his mind. That's what privilege, of course he speaks his mind. That's what privilege gives you. But as far as him being real, he is fake as they come. Now, these sayings are really not important to me. These things are not important. To me, what is important is not that he's trying to run from jail, not that he's racist or fake. The whole thing, we're off point. The point is, fix the economy. Just fix the economy. It's not about how much you hate Trump. That's not what it's about. It's about fixing the current economic system so that people like myself who are in stocks and trade will have better numbers coming back, so that people can get better paying jobs, so that things can get better, because this is a corporation. America is a corporation, and it has always been a corporation from day one. And if the corporation is broken, then the country is broken. I mean, it's just that simple. So it's not about who you like. It's not about how you feel about him being a racist or whatever the case may be. The primary issue is fix the economy. So I go on to say, I could care less how fake he is. His tricks of staying out of jail, or if he is a terrible human being, that's his personal business on who he is and what he is. He's a businessman. Fix the economy. Get our stocks looking better. Bring the car industry back here for more job opportunity. Fix the border issues. Get these arrogant immigrants out of here and secure the country. That's it. Now people may say, well, you're a Trump supporter. Look, as I said in my other video, I'm a well-being supporter. Put in office who can fix the economy so that the country's well-being can be resolved. Bring back the well-being of the people in the country. I don't care who you put in office, but you can't put someone in office that has already failed the country. You can't put someone in office simply because she's a woman or she's a black woman. The majority of, now look, if you are willing to put someone in office simply because that's a black woman, that's ignorant to me. And if you're looking at this through that type of screen, if you look at the condition of the black women in this country, most black women in this country have failed to even keep their own households together. So if you're looking at that through that screen, we're in big trouble. Putting her in office simply because she's a black woman. When you look at the condition of the black community today, it's primarily because of the black women have failed their own families. And so with that in mind, you're going to put a black woman in office. That's just stupid. Getting somebody to fix the economy, it can't be because she's a woman, and it can't be because she's a black woman. That's not what it's about. This is business. This is business. So I go on to say the first black woman president, LOL. Most black women can't even secure and run their own homes, let alone a corporation. Get the economy functioning again. That is the fundamental issue. If the country, if the economy is dead, then the country is dead. Let's not forget that the New World / America was and is, in fact, a corporate entity. It was intended then, and it remains as now. The issue with people and Trump is emotional. It's not business. It's all about, I hate Trump. That's not what it's about. It's not about how you feel about Trump. It's not about if you hate Trump. It's not even about if you like Trump. Even if you like him, Trump fixed the economy. The man he's a businessman. And when he was in office, the economy was better. A whole lot of us in the stock market, we made a whole lot of money. Everybody was making a whole lot of money when Trump was in office. That's the primary issue. It's fixing the economy so that everybody can be productive, better, productive, and live better. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's not about who you like, who you dislike, who you think is fake, or who you think is real. The primary issue is fix the damn economy. That's what it's about. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this last paragraph, and then I'm gonna get off because I'm not feeling well. Like I said, I've been suffering from chronic fatigue. I just wanted to make this quick video so I can get off and get me some more rest before I have to go in to work tonight. So I go on to say the issue with people and Trump is emotional, not business. The issue with the state of the country is that the Biden administration is lousy, if not moronic, in terms of business. They dropped the ball, if they ever had it in their hands effectively. And the state of the country is evident. They are feeding off the dreams as well as the ignorance of the black community. This black girl power bullshit has no place, any place, especially in these current times. The current issue is the economy. There are some who don't have to work, can't work, etc., who just sit around upon their backsides waiting for a check. They mistakenly think that they are untouchable because of their status. This also is ignorant. If the man is so immoral, then shouldn't they be concerned of the government pulling their benefits right from up under them and herd it into what Japan called happy homes? Y'all need to research that, because they did this and they're still doing this to their seniors. You know, people who are not able to work and people who are not productive for their society. They are put in these homes, you know, the elderly people and the undesirables, you might as well say. Of course, they are not using that word, but they're doing it in a place. They're putting people in these institutions that they call happy homes, and they're slowly poisoning these people. Now, I may get in trouble for saying this, but I don't care. But research it. And these people are starting to die off. This way, they're getting rid of all of their undesirables because they are relying on people who are in the system to work to take care of these people, and that's slowly being pulled out of their system because all they want is people who are productive in their system. And once you get to a state to where you're not able to help continue their government and their society, then this is a form of how they're going to pretty much remove you from it. Now, as crazy as that may sound, go ahead and research it yourself. Okay, let me get back to this. This is also ignorant. If the man is so immoral, then shouldn't they be concerned of the government? Shouldn't they be concerned of the government pulling their benefits right from up under them and herd it into what Japan called happy homes, or where they place those who are not able to work there, slowly poisoning them until they die? Sounds crazy? Research it. Those who are not concerned of the economic of the economy are not able or willing to work in it anyway. So their opinion means nothing. How they feel about him is futile. The mockery is childish and misleading. Who cares how you feel? The economic status is almost dead. You never hear this hoochie, I'm talking about Kamala, however the hell you say her name. Okay? It don't matter to me. And I would say to people like Eric Dyson and D.L. Hughley, you Negroes need to just be quiet because y'all look like idiots out here, especially you, Magic Johnson. You look like idiots. Let me get back to this because I'm starting to feel tired. The mockery is childish and misleading. Who cares how you feel? The economic status is almost dead. You never hear this hoochie speak upon how she will resolve the problem of the economy. And if she did, then why is the economy a mess right now? As Trump said, why don't you fix it now? I mean, you're still in office. How come you just can't fix it now? Do something about it now. She is saying now of what she will do for the black community and the economy only if she is made president. This is as holding a piece of meat before a hungry dog and telling him, bark for me unless you will not eat. I have what you need, but make my day first. Bark and make me president. And those morons refuse to see that because she's saying that. Hold on, let me back up. I have what you need, but make my day first. Bark and make me president. And these morons refuse to see that because she's saying that she is black. I had to struggle through this because I'm still suffering from chronic fatigue. But I just wanted to go over this chat because I felt like this chat was pretty interesting. But I end this to say, it's not about her claiming that she is black. If she was black, it's not about putting her in office because she's a black woman. I felt like when the black community voted 98% for Barack Obama, and you put him in office both of those terms, you should have learned your lesson then, because Obama didn't do a goddamn thing for us. And if you're thinking, well, it's time for a female president, like I heard a brother say, what difference does it make if it's male or female? I mean, if you're looking at it gender wise, that's just ignorant. If you're looking at it racist wise, that's ignorant. This is a corporation and it's always been a corporation. He's a businessman. Put someone in office that's going to resolve this economic system and get this country back on its feet. It's time to really start thinking about what's beneficial to all of us and not just beneficial to black folks, just so you could sit back as a black woman and say, yeah, we got one of us in office. God forbid that at any given time. It's not about being black. It's not about being a woman. It's about putting someone in office that's going to resolve this economic system. That's what it's about. And it's a shame that people can't see that simply because you don't like him. I don't like Trump. Who gives a damn if you like Trump or not? Fix the economy. That's what's important. I'm out of here. Peace. This is a very brief follow-up from my previous video, Fix the Economy. It was a very straightforward and very practical video. However, a whole lot of you, of course, mostly black women, you got upset, which is something that I am absolutely never concerned about. Never at all. I discussed this matter with a friend of mine who I was considering dating, but I won't. And I'm really not even interested in being a friend anymore. was trying to explain to her that it's about fixing the economy so that the country can get back on its feet, as I previously said in the other video. Now, I mentioned in the other video of how hatred can blind people of rationality and just common sense. She started imposing all in my ear how much she hates Trump. Like that's supposed to bother me. I don't care how you feel about Donald Trump. And I keep trying to tell people that is not the issue. My primary concern is to restore the economy. But she was all in my ear talking to, oh, he's a clown and this clown and blah, 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 and I hate him and blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. I mean, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to listen to you talk. I'm going to let you vent because you're someone I'm considering dating or even being a friend. And then she really messed up when she said, I don't understand what's going on with you black men. When are our men going to start standing up for us and protecting us? And I'm like, do you know that the other person on the other end of this phone is a black man? So who the hell do you think you're talking to? When are the black men going to stand up for the black woman? The black woman has did all of this in all of our history. So there was never no Marcus Garvey, Medgar Evers, Brother Malcolm, Dr. King, you know, and this whole thing that they always throwing in your face, this whole thing with Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks, she was the one who started the whole civil rights movement. Do your research. Rosa Parks had said that she was tired. She was a secretary for the NAACP. Research. How can you be tired when you're sitting on your backside all day? And then when you continue to do further research, and if you think I'm lying, just look it up yourself. And I'm not discrediting her, but she's not this revolutionary that a whole lot of you uneducated black women think that she is. That was all designed to get Dr. King involved into the civil rights movement. Because if you look at the earlier parts of the civil rights movement, a whole lot of people like A. Philip Randolph and a whole lot of other men who worked beside him, those were the only men who was actually trying to resolve the issues out here in terms of our civil rights in this country. As a matter of fact, it was Randolph. It was him who came up with the idea for the March on Washington. It was not Dr. King. Dr. King was just a simple Baptist preacher out there in wicked ass Atlanta. So they had to do something to usher Dr. King into the civil rights movement, and this is where Rosa Parks came in. And when she got arrested, that thrusted Dr. King into the media, and the civil rights movement began from there. So it's not like she stood up, I ain't gonna get out my seat. That was all planned to usher Dr. King into the civil rights movement. Fannie Lou Hamer, she was counseled by Brother Malcolm. So it's like these black women did not just sprout out like some flower coming out of the damn ground. They had black men as their counselors. So if you would do some research, which I know you're not going to do this day, because most of you black women, y'all just run your mouth. That's all you do. You have absolutely no idea how all of that got started. So simply because black men are skeptical and therefore influenced by being skeptical and by Kamala not being able to articulate or even answer a simple question. And with her history of locking black men up, y'all can't understand why black men don't want to vote her in. And most of the black men who refused to vote for Kamala Harris were the ones who prospered a whole lot when Trump was in office. And one of those black men are speaking right here, looking right at you. And so as soon as these idiots get in office, all of a sudden the whole stock market takes a hit because of the inflation. And so now you got Obama out here trying to shame and embarrass black men, talking about, oh, y'all need to stand up and vote for Kamala. Obama, if you're watching this, how about taking your undernourished Kermit the Frog looking ass home and sit down with your little ugly ass wife and mind your business? Oh, and don't you have other things that you need to be concerned about? Like your oldest daughter messing around with this little white boy and he's sitting up smoking weed? Believe me, bro, you've got other things that you need to be more concerned about than sticking your nose into something that doesn't concern you. And this whole accusation of Trump getting his state of economy by way of what you've done, you're going to have to prove that a little bit more effective. Now, people may say, well, you sound like a Trump supporter. And I keep trying to tell people, I don't care who you put in office, fix the economy. I will support anybody who is good enough and wise enough and intelligent enough to fix this economy. But you don't put somebody in a profound power position simply because they're a woman or a black woman. And this woman don't know what the hell she is. And I've dealt with East Indian people when I was over in Dharamsala, India, and Delhi, India, and especially New Delhi, India. And if you recall the movie Mississippi Masala, look that up, with brother Denzel Washington. East Indians are some of the most prejudiced people you will ever in your life come across. And the ones who are most prejudiced are the ones who was rejected by their own people because their skin resembled ours. And I'm talking about the Dalits over there, who are considered by the lighter-skinned Indians as the untouchables. Stay away from them. Don't touch them. Don't touch them. So they were equivalent to the people who you read about in the Bible who had the disease leprosy, called the lepers. Stay away from them and don't touch them. And those are the people who come over here in America and look at us black people the same way the lighter skinned Indians looked at them in their own homeland. So at first this woman was Indian, and then all of a sudden she's black. And what I don't understand is that the evidence is right in front of your face. It's right in front of your face. How she switches her little accents in order for her to gain people's votes, like she can relate to everybody. You're looking right at this, but you don't care, do you? Because you want the first black woman president. You want to be able to say, we got one of us in office right now. And this so-called friend of mine's on the phone, she's a whole lot like a whole lot of these black women out here right now, simply because this woman is running for office and they think that she's going to win, all of a sudden we got this whole new aggressive attitude coming out of black women because they figure, that's going to be one of us in there. That's going to put us in power. No, it's going to get you in trouble. Because back in the day, when I was coming up, and you can look this person up as well, she was a singer called Millie Jackson. Millie Jackson used to make a whole lot of albums talking crazy about black relationships, but most of her records were bashing black men. And she would, through some of her songs, she would just talk. And through a whole lot of her songs, she would be saying and enforcing common platitudes that black women would say to black men. So she was the first Mary J. Blige, you might as well say. A real angry, a very masculine and miserable and depressing and annoying black woman. So the whole point is, what is wrong with everybody? The reason why I say, just fix the economy. Restore the economy. That's it. And let's all get back to making money and being prosperous and being able to make enough money to where guys like myself and my brother Josh don't have to worry about the stock market anymore. And a whole lot of people who are currently working in this system right now will accumulate enough money to put to the side for the 401ks and other areas of savings. But a lot of you ignorant people, the only thing you care about is first black or female president. That's not important. What's important is putting the right person in the White House that's going to be able to resolve this problem that's going on right now. That's what's important. And all of the hatred that I'm hearing, I wish that he wouldn't have moved his head. I wish that bullet would have killed him. And my so-called friend on the phone figuring that she's getting on my nerves, calling him a clown. Oh, this clown this and this clown that. Baby, you are not hurting my feelings calling Donald Trump a clown. Fix the economy. That's all I care about. You can call anybody you want a clown. You can hate anybody you want to, but you want to know something? That's you walking around with all of that hatred and that bitterness. That's you walking around. You and other people walking around with that hatred in their heart, talking about, I wish that bullet would have killed him. This is somebody's father. This is somebody's brother. This is somebody's husband. This is somebody's grandfather. Okay? This is a human being. And you may not like him, so what? Fix the damn economy. Just fix the economy. Nobody cares how much you hate this man. Nobody cares about the first black woman president. Who cares? And I'm going to say this. Concerning the mentality of the modern black women today, you need to stay the hell out of anything close to the White House. Because the way that most of you are thinking this day, Babylon is definitely gonna fall. Now here's a woman running for president, and she had, what's her name? Megan Thee Stallion representing her. Now if that didn't tell y'all something back then, I don't know what else to put up as a better warning than that. Now, are you judging Megan Thee Stallion? Yeah, I can judge whoever the hell I want to judge. What's the point of knowing what's right and what's wrong, but you can't call it? I'm gonna call it for what it is. This woman is bad news, and I say she's bad for the country because she has absolutely no plans to resolve this economic problem or something or anything else in terms of these borders and these immigrants that currently she is allowing to come in this country, that she's giving all of these immigrants, just like she's an immigrant, she's taking care of her own people. She's taking care of her own people. And you know that this is what's going on. So if she's taking care of her own people, black woman, what makes you think when she get in office, she's going to take care of you?